Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Romancer 3 Kingdoms 14 on the Mysterious JG. I'm a little annoyed. I just finished a video, saved on a separate slot. I mean, I've got this system in place in case of mistakes, but shit went wrong. I even closed the video. I guess I jinxed myself. I closed the video by saying I've had a long recording various LPs on the PS4 today. Perfect record so far. Hopefully this one doesn't crash because it means I got a perfect, and then it didn't finish saving the video properly. So yeah, we made great progress, but I'm about to load. So well, I'm in here. See where we are. Let's see if we can maybe I can be more efficient and get even farther in this last video of the week, because now I'm having to redo it. See, 9:38 to 10:19. Let's load this and redo the video. The only thing I can remember that I think I covered in the last video, which was of interest to me, Zhang Lu, my own Zhang Liang, died of illness or possibly suicide after opposing the establishment of Wei. Yeah, he's one of these guys who served Cao Cao, because Cao Cao was a good leader. It was really generally doing good things for the people, but if you were a Han loyalist, eventually there came a point where you had to acknowledge that Cao Cao was getting ready to betray the Han. Alright, we got 2 turns with the stuff to go through. Alright, so what I covered last time, I think it was last time I talked about interesting things that I never knew about Han Zhong. Or rather Zhang Lu, more specifically. So what came to pass is that the Countess... like last week I was kind of bored during work and didn't want to get poking into anything that would really be noticeable, so I was just kind of on Wikipedia reading about things that were interesting me, and I read a little bit about Chinese history, and yeah, Zhang Lu is the son of the guy who founded a Taoist, basically, well, you could call it a sect, you could call it a cult, but they were called like the 5 Pecks of Rice cult by people who didn't belong to it. And there's even a modern Taoist group called the Celestial Masters, who are descended from these guys. They're like the first major Taoist, like, I don't know if cult is an offensive term, I guess it is, but yeah, they were a Taoist cult that took hold in a large chunk of China, and they had basically a theocracy, a little theocratic state in this region of China that did not recognize the authority of the emperor. And I never knew that, because there's always, when you play RTK, there's this weird little force in Hanzhong, which is a fairly major and important city. Like, it's a good city, it's a good little chunk of territory, but there's always this force in Hanzhong that is never part of the alliance against Dongzhuo. It didn't declare us an enemy when we declared ourselves emperor. And it's because they are they're this weird little Taoist theocracy state that doesn't recognize the emperor. They're not following Confucianism, and they're not following the Han. So in the novel, like, I never picked up on the fact that there was anything going on with religion there, because the novel just kind of brushes over that part. Zhang Lu's an important character in the novel when the action turns to this region. So Ma Chao is... after Ma Teng gets killed as part of the plot he's part of a plot to stop Cao Cao. Ma Teng is one of the people that the emperor writes to in secret to fight against Cao Cao, and Ma Teng gets killed. So Ma Chao declares that he wants revenge, and he tries to go after Cao Cao, and he gets wiped out. So he ends up coming to serve Zhang Lu. And around this time, Liu Zhang thinks that Zhang Lu is going to attack, and he sends Liu Bei to fight Zhang Lu, because at the time, this is how Liu Bei gets his foot in the door in this territory, which he eventually overthrows Liu Zhang and takes over. Which now I don't remember. Did I do the thing about Hexmark and how Hexmark was Liu Bei's horse that he gave to Pang Tong? I don't remember if that was in the last video or 2 videos ago. But anyway, yeah, so Zhang Lu's involved in the story at this point. He's just kind of shown to be a not particularly great leader or whatever, but like apparently in real history, he was the best and most capable leader that this region ever had, When and in the novel as well as in history, he's defeated eventually by Cao Cao, because Ma Chao has Pang De with him when he comes to serve Zhang Lu, but then he defects and joins Liu Bei. Ma Chao does, but Pang De isn't there, so Pang De's left behind. Nobody in Zhang Lu's force trusts him. He's trying to prove himself as loyal to Zhang Lu by fighting Cao Cao, but he gets captured by Cao Cao, and he eventually joins Cao Cao because Cao Cao actually treats him with respect, and he hasn't been getting that, like, ever. Pang De eventually has the ultimate coffin match against Guan Yu, but that's much later. No, but, yeah, in actual history, Zhang Lu, like, he really has no chance against Cao Cao, because by the time Cao Cao comes knocking, he's already defeated Yuan Shao, and Yuan Shu, and Lu Bu. He's basically taken over all of the Central Plains and all of northern China. Like, the last piece of Wei that he doesn't hold, after he wipes out Han Sui and Ma Chao, is he doesn't hold Nanzhang. So he takes it over. But in history, Zhang Lu puts up like a respectable fight, but then he's going to surrender, and his own men convince him, hey, like, hold up in another holdfast and make Cao Cao actually in a position where it would be difficult for him to fight. But eventually Zhang Lu just surrenders, but what he flees Hanzhong and holds up in a fort, but he doesn't take his treasure with him, and he doesn't destroy the treasures so Cao Cao can't have them. So eventually Cao Cao does capture him, and because he had to fight for it, he has some respect for Zhang Lu. And he asks Zhang Lu, this is in history, not in the books as far as I remember. He asks Zhang Lu, well, why did you leave the treasure behind? Like, traditionally people would just like wreck all their shit before the conquering army came in. And Zhang Lu was like, the people have suffered enough. It doesn't belong to me, it belongs to them. So Cao Cao was like, dude, that's so refreshing. And Zhang Lu had a long life after that as a civil official in Cao Cao's forces. Anyway, let's get back to the game, because I'd like to get at least as far as I did last video that got eaten by the internet. So we're going to be taking Dang 2. That's going to take a second. Is anyone in charge of Yundu? No, because it belongs to Runan, so that's something I figured out in the last video. The reason I couldn't assign an overseer from Jinye is because this is considered part of Runan until I take Jiangjia, at which time it will become part of Jiangjia. So what I ended up doing is putting Samuel Parr in charge down here because he has the best conquest, and then wherever Sam Parr was in charge, someone else took over. So Sam Parr will take over there, and then Sam Parr's zone will get taken over by some jobber, but it's better than nothing. All right.
The meaning.
Ruffle, ruffle, ruffle. A country is made up of its people. So people donate to my Patreon. I am corporate Sam Parr. I will take your money and use it to run an auction house where I plot against people to steal expensive Chinese bowls, and they will die before they can be a witness to my crimes. Combining the person who submitted the character and the character artfully, just masterful bit of work there. I think I went in and actually poked at domestics a bit in the last video. So the most annoying part is that some of the stuff I'm redoing was good to do, and I'm glad I did it. Other than the fact that now it's all lost, but it wasn't exciting. So I put Genghis Khan in charge up here because it has more territory that needs to be conquered. Genghis Khan was down here, but because of his high conquest score, the reason I put him there is the reason he's no longer needed there. He got his job done. So it can be boring to micro this stuff, but it can also be efficient and useful. You put the guy with the highest conquest score someplace, and then all that territory gets conquered, and you never get them out of there. You know. I think this place is about to grow on the next turn. I believe I decided between videos that, or not between videos, but during that video, which blowed up, that I have enough money that I can afford to be recruiting and drilling troops here again. Took a break from that for a while. Runan doesn't need troops as badly as other cities does, but it would be nice for it to be able to march out in support of anybody that's attacked. It's really the only city I have where no enemy force can march on it directly without passing through the area of influence of another one of my cities. Everybody else is theoretically assailable as the first stop along the way for an invading army. Okay. Sanctions, suggestions... Banquet. Okay, so I'm done wasting money on these suggestions because they never freaking work. Overseer proposals. Anybody that says investment. Xiao Kang, by the way, has been advocating for his for Shochun's Ji Kai, and I'm into it. I like it. I'm glad that he is being a squeaky wheel and getting some grease for these. Yeah, I guess in the last video it came up at least twice because he got it up to moderate increase. So good for him. People search. Oh man, and another thing that's annoying here is that I think I got maybe it's in the last video, maybe it actually did happen, but I actually got a treasure, like a named treasure with a picture and everything. So it's a shame that I may have lost that, and it might not come up again because there's a random factor there. I'll recognize her portrait when I see it, the person who got it. So if you remember that, if that happened in a video that did survive, then so be it. Ultra Bean has nothing better to do than search until I retake those territories. Yeah, Feng Shi found something in a previous video, so maybe that still actually happened. I suppose I could find out. Reward. No, that's not. Although I suppose I should check. Is anybody below 95? No. Specialty. I don't want to seize it, but how do I even look to see what kind of treasures we own? Alright, I'm wasting time here. This is silly because I want to see area division gate item. The War Trident. Book of the Blue Pouch. Wei Laoji. Yeah, okay, this is it. It got found, unless you already had it and I'm confused. That got found in a previous video, so maybe that did actually take... Alright, hurry up, JG. I've been through all of this before. I really need to hurry up, but I want to try to at least get as far as I did in the last video. He will surely return with good news. Not if he doesn't go searching, he won't. Okay. He will surely return with good news.
Bobo.
I think I did a little less domestics than I did last time, so hopefully I don't pay for that later, but... Was that the last city? No, I might actually use up all my orders here. Or I might not. Pei Yuan Shao. Do I have somebody assigned to train? Yes, okay, I will use up all my orders for once. It seems too much for Pei Yuan Shao. Yeah, he's not capable of a whole lot, but okay, so I already know. This guy's gonna retreat. But that's fine. And, okay. Bobo's going to close in on this transport unit, and I'm not changing anything. Everything should play out pretty much the same. In the last video, spoilers for this video, this guy did nothing to escape. He just kind of marched right into Bobo's clutches. Bobo lost 17 troops, and I don't really know what else happened with that. If it comes down to it, I choose my life over this cargo. Okay, well, I don't know how that's going to work out for you. Oh, this guy's crossing the river. That didn't happen before. Guanling reached city level medium. So I believe once you've had one city expansion, you no longer get the dialogue with the force ruler. There are no action reports. I'm so bored right now. Yeah, he got here and then he waited, I think, which was weird. Because not the most threatening unit in the history of the world, but I would have to do something about him if he tried to cross the river. In the meantime, Dang 2 is going to get assigned... they've probably overqualified for its care Vulture Bean, but that's okay. Unless I decide I want to give Shou Chun over to her. Earl King's doing a good job. I'm not going to kick him out. Yeah, but Vulture Bean is going to take over here, and she will finish off in the agriculture. She'll very easily knock it over to 2 and then start on commerce, if I remember. As you command, I will strive to exceed the blah blah blah, whatever it was. Alright. Now they have retreated, because they basically were just here to piss us off, it seems like. And I'm going to advance to here, and you'll find out why shortly. Do I want to buy even more food? No. Got a lot of food there now. Zerfall will not be marching on Port Haiji. I feel like that is guaranteed to get Guan Yu or Zhang Fei to march out of GFP. The only thing preventing that would be the fact that neither of them are in that city. They are apparently in Xiaopei instead of GFP. Yep. 3 brothers are hanging out in GFP. Xiaopei. Now, if I were to attack GFP, I believe they would probably transfer over there and start marching out troops and kicking my ass, but at the moment they're not doing that. So if this arrow tower is finished, and it is, we're just going to have Vulture retreat so that he will stop wasting food. It's a small unit, they're not doing too bad. Oh, gold-wise, we are out of gold in this city. Yuck. Okay. Glad I checked that. We will take a break on recruiting for a while. I'd like to keep training going, though. Because we might be at war with Liu Bei soon. Right then. Whatever. Let's take a quick look at domestics here, because it might be time to start focusing on food libraries. Everybody's already focusing on food libraries. But commerce, we've ran out of money again, so maybe it's time to focus on that. if anybody just advanced food libraries. No. Oh, you could switch over to commerce. And probably should. Alright, so we'll focus on commerce for a while. Stop recruiting for right now. Because they got more troops than most cities, even if... Yeah, I mean, it's not my biggest city for troop count, but it's got a decent troop count. Okay, it's sanction suggestions. Banquet, sabotage, banquet, raise unit morale. 900 gold, no, I don't think so. 400 gold to weaken the order of Xiao Pei. That's actually a really good suggestion. I just don't want to waste a lot of gold right now, so let's actually ignore it. It's a better suggestion than some of the ones I spent gold on, though. Xiao King not speaking up for his play. Now it's Ga Ning who I have to. Xiao King in the video that was lost to my hungry recording software ate it, but Xiao Kang actually like spoke up twice in a row and got his city up from 0 to moderate. But this time it was Ga Ning. I guess I'll do a quick check to see if there's anyone to hire, but I don't think we're going to have any luck there. Li Jui is too far away. You're 97 loyalty. I'm not going to waste my time with the effort. So we'll do the old search thing real quick. Okay. He's a recruiter. It should be. Well, no, recruiter again. I keep getting confused about what that is. That means he would be good at hiring people if I had someone I was trying to hire. So. Oh, you were actually an overseer. Oh, no, you're joking. Excuse me. I think she was an overseer for a minute. I was a little surprised. He's going to stop doing all these searches soon, because once I take that territory back from Cao Cao that triggered us to go after Cao Cao in the first place, I believe he's going to be the one who becomes overseer of it. Alright. I'm a little annoyed that I'm having to redo this video, but it's a fun game. It's like a weird little, like, I'm glad I'm still playing this game. Even though it's not ideal to be redoing a turn.
Bobo.
The cream of the crop. I thought he said something about the cream of the crop. Can't shake the feeling that there's some really important piece of domestic min-maxing I did in the last video that I'm forgetting this time, but I imagine we will survive as a force. Yeah, spending a lot of time on this particular thing, unfortunately. But that's most of our commands used up. Got decent orders for everybody, so I could just quick get through their turns. The action is going to be down here. Slow things down so we can watch the exciting battle. You can change the orders of your transport units during your turn, I believe. We will enter non-P. Failed. Discovered 43 pieces of gold. Good job, Juju. You didn't eat it or anything. Reporting, emissary from Zhang Lu army requests a meeting with you. I was hoping this would happen again. It is an honor to meet you. I, Takara Shingen, have come as an emissary on behalf of my lord Zhang Lu. Yeah, a warrior from the future, from a distant island I probably am not even aware of. Thanks for coming. What do you want today? I brought you a gift from my lord. Please accept it. It would be a shame if we didn't accept this token of friendship. And there's no reason not to take it. The reason their relationship with us is troubled rather than normal is because of political machinations of Liu Zhong. Is Liu Zhang? Liu Zhong. Liu Zhang. Don't get confused by the fact that both of them have Zhang in their names. So yeah, we want this. They are a Taoist group. So my headcanon is this. It's like, he says to Don Evenstar, it's like, who are these guys? I know they're up in the west somewhere. They belong to a strange cult, my lord. They do not follow the Emperor of Han. Very well. That must mean that their food means that they are submitting to my authority. Accept it at once. Thank you very much. We will use it well. Thank you. I'm relieved you have accepted our gift. It's poison. Zhong has received a gift from the Zhang Lu army. Apparently they gave us 5 pecks of rice. I don't know what they think is going to happen with that. But we've normalized relations. Ooh, made a little piggy noise. And Bobo lost the exact same number of troops that he lost last time. And as far as I can tell, like, I meant to check. Morale 103, troops. I don't think he captured them, the officer or anything. Yeah, no prisoners. So I don't know what happens to supplies that guy was carrying. If anybody knows, let me know. But yeah, I intercepted a supply unit. You would think I would get the supplies, but supplies are not associated with individual units. So it's possible those supplies just like appeared in the coffers of Wan, which is the city Bobo marched out of. That would be fine. I would not have an issue with that. Meanwhile, this guy, who I thought was going to cross the river and attack us, he is not. There's probably a wise move on his part. Oh, I should put someone in charge of Jinling, too. I didn't. It'll be okay. Anyway, Chen Liu is... Cao Cao really should not have attacked Liang. That's what I'm going to say. There are rumors of quite an excellent item in Shochun. Are there? Are there really? Merchants back in Chuchang. I could buy even... Oh, wow, look at that. 63,000 food. Nice. So once we rule these territories, even if I don't put an overseer there, and I will put an overseer there, but this will just mean expansion of their territory won't cut off our supply lines, so that's important. But I'm assuming if Yundu is somehow Runan territory, that this will also be considered Runan territory. So let's throw in an overseer, even if they're not particularly good. Just somebody... Oh. Okay, you're not advancing. You can do it. Okay, you're better at that, but... So leave it to me. Sure thing, pal. You're the man now, dog. Alright. Just periodically checking these cores. Shooting Yamao is the overseer of the Central Core in Wan, even though he's kind of occupied right now. And he's famous. probably should have put someone else in charge, but I'm trying to just knock out what I can on this turn. I should have switched to barracks here as well, but it's alright. Yeah, Guanling still seems to be a bit of a money pit, but I'm reasonably proud of what we've done here overall. Jeez, look at that, 67 gold. And I got rid of our recruiting overseer. I'm gonna have to get rid of our training overseer too. Alright, now at the training end. I didn't see, we won't see an immediate change to our expenditures, I suppose, but hopefully that will turn the economy around a bit. So we've got an overseer there. I need to get an overseer to Liang. The little, like, flick to the nose that Cao Cao attempted against us, which is going to spell his doom. It is my excuse for attacking him instead of Liu Bei. It was always the smarter move to attack Cao Cao now, but I was trying to roleplay as Yuan Shu, who would hate Liu Bei most of all, but Cao Cao gave us a provocation. And again, Yuan Shu, short-sighted enough, he would forget the insult that Liu Bei did against him if Cao Cao had a more recent insult. I consider this to be entirely in character. So we'll put somebody in charge of Liang. And we'll get to work on agriculture. War is about suffering in the area. Now I can finally stop doing searches every turn. And the other big thing I did before I called it a video, in the video that got eaten, was Don Everstar is gonna go a marching. Between Don Everstar and I've got more than enough troops. And we're just going to finish off Cao Cao. It'll take a little while for everybody to get there. Don't worry, leads this deployment to me and I'm sure it'll go smoothly. Last time she said something like, if everyone is ready, we will begin. Which suggests that she's the host of like a British children's radio show. But we've got like 20,000 troops and a 7,500 troop ram unit marching against a little less than 13,000 troops in Cao Cao's army. Well, that's not true. Shan Liu has 13,000 troops. He's got 7,000 troops at Hulao Gate, which I guess will fall to us or become neutral. Now, they may take Hulao Gate, which would be annoying. And by they, I mean Shangji, or Meng Da, Huqier, Meng Da, like this is Li Jui or Guo Si's force, whichever one it's Li Jui. Yeah. They may take the gate, and that will annoy me if it happens, because honestly, I just don't want to deal with him until after I've taken out Liu Bei, Lu Bu, and Kong Rong. And honestly, if Lu Bu manages to hold Ping Yuan, I'll let him live and just take all this territory before I move for Chang'an. But I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, if I have Chang'an, Zhuchang, I have Chang'an and Zhuchang, like all of this territory, and like the rest of China isn't held by like 3 or fewer forces that are completely allied against me. it's game. I've won at that point. We'll have to start talking in the comments about how far we want to take this. Now, there is a campaign mechanic that we haven't seen yet, which might be how we go about finishing things quickly. Oh, Falger's back in town. Guess he just got back today. Do we want to give him... Well, he already has a title, and it's a higher title than I have, so he ain't getting a new title. Let's just give him some money to get him to hush up. Are you sure I deserve this? I do need the mustache wax. Yeah, he's the scribe, and I'm the assistant scribe, so I'm not giving him a promotion. Screw that. But for now, I'm going to save and hope that this is basically where we were last time when the internet exploded, and hopefully this time the video will take, because if it fails again, I don't know if I can do this a third time tonight. I'm Serious JG. Thank you guys very much for watching, and tune in next time. Liu Biao is going to be driven completely south of the river. I forget the name of the river, but the river. The only question is that going to happen before or after we finish off Cao Cao for good? Bye-bye, guys.